Hi, hello, good morning, everyone. I'm Vanishri from Global Education Training Institute, Bangalore. I welcome you all to our wonderful and successful disruptive education movement with Dr. Sunita Gandhi, the founder of GETI, Global Education Training Institute, Lucknow. We can here we are with an interesting topic: how the pandemic has affected preschool education and the way forward, by our today's guest speaker, Mr. Sandeep Rao, Director of Little Jenny Montessori from Bangalore. He is a certified expert in child psychology and also hold a certification in Montessori curriculum. That's nice to know about you, sir. I take pleasure in inviting you to our Getty Forum. We would look forward for your yeah, valuable inputs. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Vanishri. I hope my audio is good.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and thank you, Dr. Sunita, for the opportunity to come and talk on your platform. I'm sure there are a lot of preschool owners across the country who are struggling with the present situation. This was totally unexpected, like it is for most sectors. And I think preschool education has been hit very, very, very badly. And all of a sudden, we are all in a quagmire with no way out. The situation is so bad that many preschools have totally shut down. The majority are struggling big time to even stay afloat. Even the biggest of names, the branded preschools, everybody is struggling because schools are shut down. The difference between preschools and the primary schools, secondary schools, and high schools and colleges, preschools on one side and the rest of them, is that with the other primary, secondary, high schools, and colleges, there is online classes that is going on, and no parent opts out there. No parent can say that, look, I don't want to be a part of online education because they will lose a year that way. If they choose not to be a part of online schooling, which all other primary, secondary schools are doing, is that the child will lose a year, which no parent is willing to do. But with preschooling, uh, since the children are very small, many parents don't believe in online or virtual education, which is the only medium left now. Okay, so since the schools are closed, the government has not given us any order, and rightly so. I don't think government must open up not just preschools, but any school or colleges, because that way you can keep at least the students and the young children, boys and girls, safe at home. But what I think the government must do is that they must support education online, even for younger kids. Okay, I do admit using devices is harmful to kids. I have two children. I don't want them on the phones or laptops because they are harmful to them. Medical studies have proven that they are harmful. But I think you can limit the time. I think excessive use is harmful. Excessive, as in many children even stay hours online watching nonsense like YouTube. They are so addicted to these. They even have food when you only play their favorite Chota Beam or all that, which doesn't really help you, which doesn't really help the child much in terms of development. But I think what parents and everybody has to differentiate is that uh, education online is a good thing because there's no other option available. If there's any other option, please let me know. I would love to do anything else if I can reach students any other way. The only way they will be safe and they will learn is through online. Okay. Before I get into anything, I just want to first comment on the present situation of all preschools. and all education institutions. By and large, the primary, secondary ones are going on fine, I would think, because nobody drops out there. Everybody has agreed to online, and all the kids are online, doing whatever they can. I don't want to debate on how effective they are, but something is happening, which is a good thing in the current situation. I would think that if there is some sort of education happening, that's a way forward. But with preschooling, many parents are very skeptical of getting kids online, right? That is the present situation. Now, what we have done at Little Genie Schooling is I have personally spoken to every one of my parents and convinced many that the classes that we are conducting is developmental, progressive, creative, and forward moving. Okay. Now we have something called virtual engagement classes that we conduct every day here, where we have a virtual platform which doesn't do online education as such like other schools do, where we teach curriculum online. These classes that we do, firstly, see, with little kids, it's important to have a holistic development. A child must, first and foremost, be involved, a preschool child, let's say preschooling as from playgroup, that is pre-nursery to UKG, what we call Mont 3, from the ages 2 to 6. They must have a variety of activities that they do. Okay, I'm a Montessori trained adult, so I am a certified Montessori teacher, and I'm also a certified child psychologist through the.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Your mic is not, to your near to your.
Okay, is it better now?
Many of them are telling. Yeah, now it is better. Yeah,
It is better now.
because they couldn't hear you. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
it is better, better.
it is better now.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'll just
Yeah,
touch back on
please
what I
continue. Yeah, yeah, please.
what they probably missed. So I was saying that there is a difference between preschool education and the secondary and primary, secondary, high school education. For them, parents have, for the other secondary, primary children, there is no option but to choose online education, or the child loses a year. With preschool education, parents believe that even if a child loses a year, I am okay. I don't mind either repeating him or I'll teach him at home. And there is no we don't ask for a TC. Supposing there is a child who comes for LKG admission, we don't say, look, you get a transfer certificate from your previous school that the child knows this, and he's completed nursery, right? There is no such criterion for a preschool. So what happens is that parents this year can choose to not send their children to school or opt for virtual or online education, but it's the schools that lose out business. Now schools have to pay rents, have to pay salaries. We have teachers on roll that we have to pay. We have a huge rent. The rent is a huge component that no owner will forego, saying, look, you cannot pay till the time this pandemic goes away. So and daycare is of course closed. Daycare is an important revenue, revenue part for preschools, and even after school classes like karate classes that we have for little kids, or dance classes that contribute to our revenue. So all these, the classes of course have stopped. The daycare of course is stopped, and so has the school. So everything is shut for preschooling, right? And even online education per se is not favored by parents. Okay, so what I would say is, as if it can help anybody out there who is watching, okay, because there are many preschool owners who are struggling to see what can we do to survive, not earn. See, the revenues that we did last year or whatever, that will never happen. But even to survive this year and have enough money to pay rents and salaries is a very, very big thing. Many preschools are for sale, many that I know of. Okay, I'm a part of a lot of preschool owners groups, so I know exactly how bad the situation is. But see, you can sit and complain about the situation being very bad. What do I do? What do I do? How do I survive? And you can actually use your brains and your head and try and work out some module, some method by which you can convince your parents who've been with you. I run a successful preschool called Little Genie Montessori, who've been with us last year, and tell them, look, there is no other option but to have this model. And what we did is we came up with a very successful model, I would think, which is called virtual engagement classes, where we only have the virtual medium, right? We only use the virtual platform, and we started classes which have activities like, uh, yoga exercises, rhyme sessions, storytelling sessions, art sessions, how to paint, sketch, draw, craft work. We teach how to make a face mask, how to make a different crafts that children can make home. We also send a draw you know a drawing a day that can keep children engaged even after the classes, which they can draw or sketch at home. Okay, which is a good thing, because otherwise even after classes children get back to mobiles and TV and so on. And we have academics too. Okay, we have academics as well, because only curricular extracurricular activities will not be okay. You have to start the academics in whatever way you can. So we make videos of the academics, and we send it to parents, and we assist the parents in whatever possible way, so that they can sit with the child and get the academics done. Okay, so we've just started recently. We haven't moved very forward with the academics. We're going slowly. There is no great hurry. I would think, I've told every parent of mine that, look, let's not look to have collect cover a lot of curriculum, and like the seniors, the other schools do, the bigger schools like primary, second. Their only focus is academics. We have to get this academics going. We have to finish all this, and they move so fast. See, preschooling is different. We have we are engaging the classes. That's why our classes are called virtual engagement classes, where we engage the children with a lot of these activities. You must keep the mind engaged, and you must also cover the curriculum, right? As much as you can. I would think even you cover 50% of this year's curriculum, it's a good thing. Okay. I think no parent is interested in some great academics being taught till this pandemic lasts. Okay. But it's very important that, see, when a child is not at all engaged, see, from March, the schools have been closed. When the child is not at all engaged, the child is not allowed to play outside, the child is not allowed to go outside. There is nothing to do at home. So child is bored, he's missing school, he's missing everything, and there is no forward. He's only into mobiles and TV most of the time, right? So it's only backward movement. He's getting more and more engaged. His eyes are paining, head is aching because of continued, engagement with the mobile and such worthless activity. So our classes firstly engage him physically, engage him artistically, creatively, developmentally, and we also do the curriculum part, and we also keep them engaged for after school with a lot of artwork and craft work and so on, right? So before I move on to next topic, I also just want to cover how bad the situation is with in the current scenario. Okay, preschools have got no revenue since March. This year is in the worst possible way in terms of admission. No parent wants to admit their children to a school, right? Because they're so small, and schools aren't opening. So I don't know till when this problem will last. I think it might last another 3 to 4 months, but there is no guarantee that I am right, or till a vaccine is found and the vaccine is administered to everybody and the vaccine is working. I don't think things will get normal. So I would just like to tell all preschool owners here, as a suggestion, don't be stuck in the fact that, look, schools are not opening. The government has opened up every sector, but they're not opening schools. As a preschool owner, I would say it's a good thing the schools are not open, just simply for the fact, I'm keeping business aside, just simply for the fact that the kids are safe right now. I don't think they should open schools. I really don't think. I am totally against opening schools in the current situation and the scenario. But I think the government has to support the virtual medium and the online medium, right? I think they must allow us, which they have, of course. The court order has allowed us to start virtually, which we have. But I would urge all uh, preschool owners to do some thinking and come out with a model, okay, which we did. We came up with a successful model where we engage all children in a holistic way. This is the only way forward. There is no other medium. It's a good thing there's an internet available now, and you can do it. Had it happened 20 years back, then there's no situation. There's no way you can educate the kids. You just have to shut down the school and move out, because you can't sustain your month after month. If there's no revenue coming in, you cannot pay your rents and your salaries. So we have kept this. We have hired a few teachers. I'm just telling you what is good for you. I think every preschool must owner, if he's listening, must listen to this. Hire as many teachers as you can. Keep it down to a minimal. You don't need a lot, like we did when we had physical schooling. We had a ratio of a certain number of children to teachers, so we needed so many teachers. Now we don't. We just need the teachers creating content for us, and we keep it down to a minimum. And even the rents, you have to talk to your owner, and everybody understands what the situation is, and work out something. There must be a reduction in the rent, uh, and you must talk to the owner and work out that amount for yourself, and just ensure that you go virtual with a very good model. Okay, very good model which is successful, which attracts the child. Okay, I mentioned what we have done, and I'm here to just share what might be good for you. You can take it or leave it as a preschool owner. Okay, but it's worked for us. I would say that for LKG, UKG, which is the kids in Mon 2 and Mon 3, what we call Mon 2 and Mon 3, it's worked really well. The kids are very excited to come online. For them, actually, it's a new experience. Sitting in front of a laptop or a smartphone is something they, by itself, never mind the classes, by itself, it's a great thing that I am sitting beside. I can see myself on screen, and so on and so forth. We engage them really well with the activities that we do. We do yoga, we do Surya Namaskar, we do exercises. They all get up and happily do it, which is so great to see. And we host them well. We engage them. We have a quiz session a lot of times to teach them concepts through a quiz. We ask them, we explain the concept online, and then we have a quiz contest, like a game. It's important to make things interesting. When you just go virtual and you keep it boring and dull, then you will find parents saying, look, the child is not interested to come online, he doesn't want to. But you must keep it interesting. We have rhyme sessions, and like I mentioned earlier, we have, again I repeat, we have art and craft sessions. um, we have so many. We have puppet shows, right? And we have storytelling sessions. We even have a magic show. We have a magic trick. Okay, that is a magic show every day, right? So this will ensure that your children are interested, and whatever academics needs to be done, we make videos of that, and we send it to the parents, and with the promise that we are here to assist you in whatever way. You can call me, you can call us, and we are here to assist you to teach your children. Okay, because unfortunately I can't call him to school like last year and teach him face to face with my teachers, but I'm here to assist you. If it's too much, please let me know. And for me, curriculum is not a, it's not a major thing where we have to cover this, we have to cover that. All right, it's fine. It's little here and there is absolutely fine. So what I want to say is, to all owners out there and even parents out there, please embrace what is available. Now, in a very bad situation, supposing you are hungry, okay, I'd like to tell parents is, you're hungry and there is no rice in your house. I think you have to have something else, like say chapatis and whatever. You make something else and you have it. It's like this. You can't send your child to school. You shouldn't send your child to school in a pandemic kind of situation where tomorrow, you never know what happens. And the last thing we want is for the child to, have some contract some sort of infection. Okay, that is really life threatening at this age. You don't want any threat to their lives. So I perfectly understand why the schools are not open, and I urge the government. I think they must not open schools till this pandemic gets over. It gets over. There should be no threat to children. Right now, it's there in the offices and it's there, in the supermarkets. The virus is there. Somehow we are battling the virus in the best way possible. Okay, whether we're successful or not, I don't know. But we are doing our best. The last thing you want is for them to open up schools under pressure from all school owners, because a lot of politicians own schools and colleges, so you never know. The politicians might put pressure on the government saying, look, we are incurring huge losses and so on. So open up schools. So I think if at all an order comes that despite this, despite the pandemic, we open schools, I am not for it at all. Tomorrow it will come to a situation where there are cases in schools and we all open, we have, classrooms. In a classroom, there are, say, 15 children. So if one child gets it, you cannot have social distancing with preschools. Let's be frank. Look at keeping business aside. We all want business to come back to normal. We all want to, earn our monies. That's not a bad thing. We all want to earn. And everybody out there wants to make money. And everybody is struggling right now. So you want it. But please understand, if a child gets it, if one child gets it and he spreads it to 10 other children in a room, that is very, very sad. That really is. And the last thing we want is to endanger the lives of our children. So let's understand that this situation might go on for a long time, and we as preschool owners must think of, as business people, you must always look to innovate. What do I do? How do I, if there's a problem like now, what is the solution? Okay, I'm not saying my school is doing the numbers we did last year. We are not. Okay, some people will be convinced of this, some people will not be convinced. That's, I can do the best and present the best model to them. Beyond that, it's entirely their call, the parents' call. Now, what I was trying to say is that as a business, as an entrepreneur, there will be obstacles, there will be problems. Nobody expected this. We all expected in March when there was this problem, we thought, okay, maybe a month or two it will resolve. By June, July, things should get okay, and so on. Now we are into, I think, close to August, and nothing seems to be getting resolved. So we are all in a problem, but as an entrepreneur, you must always be ready for any obstacle, any challenge. In life, you must be like that, where you are ready. If there's a problem, you are ready with some sort of solution. If this doesn't work, you look at something else. If that doesn't work, you look at something else, and you try to move ahead. Right? So I would urge everybody out there, all the preschool owners, to look ahead. This is the situation you're in. You cannot change the situation. Okay, what you can try and do is you can try and find an effective solution to the problem. Okay, to this situation there is. Now, the only way is the virtual medium. I think the government must back the virtual medium for all schools and put a limit on the maximum amount. See, I don't want kids exposed to these devices. If the main issue is the devices, right? The laptops, the mobile phones that kids are exposed to. But I think you've got to make a differentiation. I would like to make a differentiation between these devices when they are used for, like, say, watching something on YouTube or something, and when this device is used for educational, developmental, progressive purposes. I think the government must back this medium, like the High Court has said, look, everybody has a right to education, so you cannot ban online education, and that's when it all opened up and made it legal. I think that uh, parents and everybody must make a differentiation that, look, now a laptop is used to teach my children something, okay, as opposed to the laptop not being there and no education happening, where the child is just wasting time doing nothing. Let's assume the internet is not there, no laptops. How would your child be studying? I'm talking about all children, not just preschoolers, little toddlers, but even, say, high school kids or college kids. How would your education be happening? You'd effectively be losing 1 year, right? Just think about it. If you had no internet and no laptops, how would you? So I think at least we have this medium where, uh, you know, uh, which we can use and but it has to be used effectively, and I'm all for it that you put a time limit. Okay. I remember earlier when we in June or so, I won't take the name of a school, but there was a school that did say 5-6 hours of online teaching. So effectively, they converted the whole curriculum online. Okay, they are known for academics. It's a very famous school. I won't take their name, but imagine a child who's say in fifth standard, sixth standard, sitting for 6, 6, 7 hours in front of a laptop. What is the I think the why would you want a child for 6 hours in front of a laptop? Now the child is not used to maybe sitting in front of a laptop for more than half an hour previously before that. So it's such a strain on everything, the radiation from the laptop, strain on his eyes, and you're effectively ruining his health in the name of education. So I think the government must put a limit on on age wise, that say for preschooling this is the limit per day, for first to fourth standard, first to fifth standard this is the limit per day or per week or whatever, and so on and so forth. For high school this is the limit, so many hours per day or per week. And I think we should all adhere to that, and all parents must understand that this is the only medium left. You either use this medium or you don't use this medium. That's totally up to you. Now, this is the future there is, and till this pandemic gets over, this is the way schooling is going to be. There is no other choice, and there is no other way of teaching, right? So we all have to understand that this is all we're left with. But I would urge all parents of preschool children. Okay, now they all say that we will teach our kids. I get a lot of this. I want to address this. I get a lot of these answers that look, this year I am going to sit with my child to teach. Okay, now see, there is uh, uh, an amateur way of teaching, there is a professional teaching you. Now, supposing, see, you might know dance. Okay, let's say I'm going to teach dance. You can dance, I assume. Okay, I think let's say you know dancing, you can teach. But it's very different from how a professional dancer would be. Okay, the professional dancer would know the art of dancing. They've learned it, and now they are professionally doing it. So that's the difference between you teaching your child. I don't know how much time you can spare. If you're that way, you could have done it from day one. Your child doesn't need a school then, right? Your child can be with you till UKG, and then you can you can look for first standard admission, saying I've taught the child at home. They will take a test and all that and know how much your child has done, right? So see, there's a huge difference between what we professionally do. Now you cannot do all of it like we do. I mentioned a lot of activities, yoga and rhyme sessions and everything. If a parent thinks that they can do all of it, good luck to them. I appreciate it. See, any work done for the child where you are looking to develop the child is great. But if you think that you can do better than a school, then like I said, I leave it to you. It's your call. But what a school can do, especially a good, famous school with, who is known, who's got a great reputation for imparting good preschool education, you leave the job of imparting good education to them. You have to trust them, and you have to make sure that you have to believe in them, and you have to let them do their work. Any parent can never do what a professional school can do. Okay, if many parents think that only teaching A, B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3, 4 is preschool education, then you don't know what preschool education is. At this age, you have to do a lot of things. You have to engage the child in a holistic way. Okay, he has to be engaged artistically. You have to engage his brain. Physically, you have to engage him. Okay, creatively, you have to engage him. So that is what a preschool would do. Okay, so I would tell all parents, please trust the preschool. Any preschool that is there, that your child is a part of. Okay, you check if at all if you have you want your child to carry on and not lose a year. Okay, you please see what your preschool is offering, and trust the preschool that look, I've put my child in the school last year, and I think I will have to go. I will want to go with this school even in the future. They might have that. It might be different for different schools as to what their virtual classes are, because everybody is gone virtual. There is no school that, as far as I know, that has not, that has just closed down shutter and say, okay, we're going to wait till next year. Everybody with the government's, the High Court's order has gone virtual. The, what some kids, some schools are only sending videos of curriculum. Okay, some schools like ours are doing holistic classes. Okay, where we cover a wide gambit of activities and are progressing that way. I just want to make a differentiation between for preschool owners. See, I'm here as just suggesting I'm a colleague of yours. If you're running a preschool, I'm just like you, but I would just like to tell you what is the best for you. Okay, if some preschool owner is listening, I want to tell you that, see, when you send only content, only homework, okay, it does not engage the child much. You must be live. You must be live. Otherwise, it will not work. I have kids too of my own. My eldest son is in eighth, and my younger son is in second. When I see them they have online classes too. They are totally disinterested when they watch videos. See, videos are sent for my second standard child on certain days. They just say, watch these videos and do the homework, right? He's totally, I literally have to hold him and make him watch and get it done. Otherwise, it's just totally disinteresting. But whereas when you have a wide variety, which is what you need, see, you can't, a preschool child, it's very difficult to make him sit down and do something. Very, very difficult. Okay, so what we are trying to do with the videos is fine. Okay, we also do the videos, but we also have the engagement classes where we engage them with a lot of other activities which are developmental for them. So I would say that that medium of engaging them is far, far superior to merely sending videos. See, videos anybody can make. Be honest, you can go online, you can go to YouTube and see how to write alphabets, or you can browse content, and parents can do it themselves. Frankly, what is the USP that as a preschool, what is it that you are doing, which they can't in today's world? You can go to YouTube, you can go on Google and just search for it. Why should they be paying you? So that's why I said at the beginning, you must have a model that you present to parents which is very, very superior and very, very acceptable. In the end, you must get a thumbs up from the child. The child must be telling the parent, I love these classes, mama. I love these classes. Okay, that's very important. That is something you must achieve. Okay, don't be stuck up in the fact that, look, it's pandemic time, oh god, the government has closed all schools, oh god, nobody wants online, it's very difficult, it's very this, it's very that. One thing I would just say is, for the LKG, UKG, you can have virtual engagement classes like we do, but for children less than that, who are in nursery, okay, and playgroup, I will come to playgroup later. For nursery, it is not possible to have virtual classes. It works for some kids, it doesn't work for other kids. Let me be honest, I've tried that. Some nursery kids are a part of my VEC, some are not. Okay, so with the nursery kids, it's more of sending videos. In fact, what we do, even uh, the videos, the curriculum videos we send is one thing. We also send videos of the stories, the magic show. We send it to them. They can play it to their child at their convenience, because it's very difficult to make the child sit down and listen and watch for children who are less than 4 years. So for me, my experience has been that the virtual classes work for 4 years plus, right? The same videos that we make for the 4 years plus, 4 and 5 years plus, which is LKG and UKG, we send videos of the exercises, rhyme sessions, storytelling sessions. We send it to the parents. Okay, we don't do it live. Who are part of our live classes, we say, great, fantastic that your child is part of live classes. Those who are not, it's very difficult. There's some kids are very hyper, as you are well aware. If you're a preschool owner, you'll know. As a mother also, you'll know. Mother, father, you'll know which the child very happy. Very difficult to sit him down and say, watch this. It doesn't work sometimes for children who are less than 4. For them, like I said, we send videos of all the activities I mentioned earlier, also curriculum videos. Okay, so that's the way we're moving ahead. Things aren't at the best right now. It's nowhere comparable to what we have last year, but at least we're surviving. Okay, we are not sinking like many schools are sinking. I've seen schools who have closed down and have gone. Very sad, unfortunately. I think the government should have supported all these schools a lot more. Then they probably wouldn't have had to think. Also, they've closed down because of a lack of their own ideas. Okay, they didn't, when the problem came, they couldn't find a way, a solution to the problem. I admit it's tough. It's not easy, especially when I've known a lot of new schools that have opened, say in April, March or so, which had no admissions, and the lockdown came in, and they couldn't get any customers because nobody comes, right? I mean, nobody at that time, nobody wanted new admissions. So it's very tough. See, both ways. It's not just because of the lack of new ideas, but also the situation was so bad that they couldn't survive. Yeah. So I won't be very surprised if a lot of schools have closed and will close in this year. And when this pandemic moves away, and when it will happen, I'm sure. There's already talks of vaccines and so on. So I, in my heart, am positive. I believe all this will pass, and in a matter of months, we will again come back to opening schools. Okay, and for the business to again pick up and come back will take its normal course. But at least, if and when this pandemic moves away fast, things will be there'll be an opportunity to move back to its to the previous times. So I would just like to say that please have heart. You're a business person, and you must tell yourself that problems will always come in business, in life. Problems will always come. You have to make yourself strong enough and wise enough to overcome these problems. Everybody has problems in life. Every individual, every business. No business runs by itself. As they say, dhanda chalta nahi hai, chalana padta hai. For those who don't understand, a business doesn't run by itself. No business does. You have to run it yourself. So you, as a leader, have the vision, capability, and the brains to overcome hurdles and you know move on in life uh, with when there are problems like these. So in the coming months, I expect this pandemic to get worse and worse and worse. But I'm happy that we have a model where we are engaging our children, and business is going on in some way where we're able to sustain. And soon, hopefully, there'll be some sort of solution to all of this, and we will be back to how we were before the pandemic, right? So I'll be happy to hear any questions anybody has. Ms. Vanishri, if you want to read out any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. If you have any specific questions for me.
They have they have appreciated your session, sir. Actually,
Thank you. I
I could see a comment like wonderful session and with positive thoughts. And there is a question from Saifu, like 10th class exams are there or not for the upcoming year?
Look, I don't know. If I don't have proper information, I won't comment on it. I don't know much about high school education,
Yeah,
so I'm not sure. I will not answer that question. I'm sorry. I really don't know much about that.
and that's it.
Right.
And some schools they have commented like they are doing online classes like yoga, physical activity,
Fantastic.
etc. through online classes. So how do you appreciate it?
Very good. Like I said earlier, I think you have to have a holistic approach to
Yeah.
preschool education, not just preschool, even for the primary, secondary, high school. You must have physical education as a part of schooling. You
Yes.
must exercise the body every day. It's good for you. See, any doctor will tell you go for a walk. do some cardio. So I'm quite surprised with the whole education system in India. Of course, they have PT and all that. That is great. But you have it, say, once a week, twice a week, or thrice a week, or whatever. Every day you must have. You must have sports too as a part of your curriculum going forward. Sports. That's how you'll produce great sportsmen when you have sports as subjects. It's coming to that now. I know that a lot of schools, high schools I'm talking about, that have sports, dance, and all these curricula, debating, you know, all these activities as part of curriculum. See, that's how you'll have sportsmen coming up in life. When you have professional teachers teaching your kids in school, and you encourage sports that way, right? So I am all for it. I think we all have to, the education system has to be overhauled in India, overhauled completely. You must have all these things as part, and you must grade them as well. You must rank them. You must give them marks for this. See, someone, I will tell you, if you made a Sachin Tendulkar, you only judged him by his academics, and you put enough pressure that he leaves any other sport, only sits for academics, he probably wouldn't be successful in life at all. But the fact is that he was successful because he had a great talent for cricket. Luckily, somehow that didn't go away. It goes away. So much of it is crushed by parents and teachers and schools, that they people kids, so much pressure of exams. 10th standard is coming, 12th standard is coming. You leave all this worthless stuff. That's not going to get you anywhere. You only can. So it's only academics for us Indians. It's not so in the Western world. That's why they have, at Olympics, they have such their success, and we are still struggling despite having, maybe 4 times the population they have. So I think, to answer your question specifically, schools, preschools conducting yoga exercises, that is great. You must have even art, craft. You must have dance classes for the kids their age. See, don't expect them to be very good, but you must expose them to all that. Then you will know what they like. You will know what they like, and that becomes a pattern. When the child picks up something, let's say child enjoys dance. Okay, so the child will tell the mother, I love this, I love this. The mother can put the child in some classes later on, professionally later on. Of course, in preschool, we are part of it. But again, in the evenings, you can put your child in the dance class. I'm talking about a normal situation, not a COVID situation where, of course, there's no classes going on. Only online, even online dance classes are going on. But I would think that you must expose the child to all of these activities. All these, there's just not academics only that will get you successful. Have a broad perspective. Your child could be a fantastic actor. Your child could be a great sportsman. He or she could be a badminton player. He could be a yoga instructor. Don't think that is any less than being an engineer or a doctor. Maybe it pays less in today's world, but you want, see, being a sportsman can even pay you more than being an engineer or a doctor, right? Or being a movie star. Let's say he has a passion for acting, or drama and so on. You must encourage him in that world. I'm not saying we totally give up academics and say, okay, let's stop schooling and you can only do this. No, see, firstly we're talking about preschool education. It's very fun, but you expose him to all this. Expose the child to different things. See what the child likes. That is the job of preschooling. I'm sorry to say, many preschools just they don't really know the way forward. I'm sorry to say, I've seen a lot of preschools. They only, for them, preschooling is A, B, C, D, and 1, 2, 3, 4. They don't have a structured curriculum. They don't expose the child to all of this, which is very sad. Anybody can open a preschool today, apart from a registration, Karnataka registration certificate, nothing else. Anybody can start it. See, even the person running the school is not professionally trained also. Many people do it. See, I'm not against people starting businesses, but when you start, your school must be such that you offer holistic development. If you don't have the skills, you must take it. Like I also didn't, when I started business, I was not certified. Then I went and did a course. I did a Montessori course where I studied how to teach. I'm a certified Montessori teacher now, right? So you must get those certifications so you can understand this business better and provide better quality. When you provide better quality, parents are happy. You're doing a great service to the children because you are giving such good quality to them in all ways. The parents are happy. The child obviously is very happy. And you're doing a great service to little kids by exposing them to different activities. And you're doing a good job. So, and that, of course, your school is getting a good name as well. And you can grow that way. Yeah, so it's a good thing. I would say it's fantastic. Please look at different things that you can do. Engage the child. The happier the child is, the happier the parent is, the happier your business is. Yes, Vanishri. Vanishri, are you there? Vanishri, are you there? I can't hear you.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Go on, please. Yes, please, go on. Yes, please, go on. Okay. Anyway, till I can't hear Vani's audio, but I was again, yeah, yes, Vani. Yes, please, go on. Yes, Vani, go on. No, I can't hear you, Vani. I can't hear. Anyway, I will just take up on this just till Vani comes back. Let me just take a minute to explain why it's important. See, as a business person, if you're a preschool owner, your job must be to satisfy a parent, okay, and the child. The child, of course, is very small. uh, what you must do is make sure that you get a good response from the child. The child must be eager to come back to your classes every day. That must be your objective. And you must satisfy a parent that, look, I am engaging the child in all ways. I am not a preschool that is only preaching academics. I am making sure your physical health of your child is fine. I am doing yoga for him. I am doing exercise. I am doing brain gym. We do brain gym as well. I am doing rhyme sessions. His vocabulary is getting better. I am doing storytelling sessions. I am doing artwork. I am doing craft work. Vani, if you can hear me, you can come in anytime. I am doing craft work. I am doing also a magic show. I'm doing lot of
Yes,
things. Yes, yes. Yeah, you can come in.
yes,
Yeah, I
yes,
can.
yes, sir.
I was just taking the time since I couldn't hear you. I thought let's not waste the time. Let me just say something to parents. Yeah. So you have any other questions? You can ask me, please.
Yes, there was nothing, nothing, sir. Nothing more questions. No more questions here appearing, and you can proceed. You can proceed. No more
Yeah.
questions here.
Okay. So just feel free to come in when there's a question.
Yes, yes,
Any
yes,
whatever.
yes.
So
Done,
I
done,
was just saying, just to complete the
done.
point, as an entrepreneur, as a preschool owner, our job is to have a happy client. Now, to get a happy client, happy parent, happy child, we have to do this. You just have to understand that. If you are just stuck up with saying, look, I'll just do this much. I can't. This medium is new to me. I don't know this medium. How do I go online? Even I didn't know this medium. I didn't even know Zoom existed. I'll tell you honestly, I didn't even know what is Zoom. Okay, I only got to know in March or so. But I will tell you, we responded really quickly to the situation because we knew that if we don't do this, we will lose all the business we have. Okay, so we must have the capability to acclimatize very fast. Acclimatize means you must cope with the situation, learn new things fast. This is a skill you must have as an entrepreneur. Okay, however big or small you are, if you want to become big from being small, you must respond to what situation you're in. Now see that you're playing a cricket match as a batsman. See, you might require 50 runs from 50 balls sometimes in some match, which is quite easy. Or you might require 50 runs in 15 balls. So as a batsman, you cannot say I can only play if I have 50 balls. I can score 50 runs. I cannot score in 15 balls. I'm just giving you an example. So see, this is the time when the the quality you're made of as an individual and as an entrepreneur comes to the fore. You have to rise to the occasion to save your business. So come out with a model that is appealing and look to improve all the time. Always the hallmark of a good entrepreneur is what else can I give? What else can I give? Can I give more? Can I make my parents happier? Okay, never have an ego or arrogance when you are uh, dealing with customers. Okay, we are eventually, we have to serve them. Okay, no matter what our school name is, we are here to serve every customer who pays us for their child's education, every parent. So we always servants, I would say, and we, our job is to make sure the child is happy and there is progress, there is development. I feel really happy. Yesterday, when we started our classes, I host the class, by the way, for my schools. Uh, uh, and a parent said, Sandeep, my child, well before we start, okay, their class schedule time is 11:15. Well before we start, she starts pestering me. Papa, switch on the laptop. My class is starting. Papa, she loves coming on class. She loves being on the class. That is great for me to hear. That is like a reinforcement telling me that I really like it. I speak to a lot of parents just to know how things are going, and many of them tell me, most of them tell me, look, things are very good. He is very, very happy, doing all the activities you do. He happily does his new schedule. The schooling has changed from before, right, where they used to physically come to school. Now his schedule is after classes he immediately sits for homework that we give. We have daily homework, by the way. Okay, it's not, again, when I say daily homework, doesn't mean we're putting too much pressure. See, it's not about pressure. We give little homework which can get done in, say, at the most 15-20 minutes. I think that's the maximum you should take to get a homework done at this age. But it's daily. See, daily ensures there is daily revision of what is happening. That is very important. So these are the things that we live by. As a preschool, we tell parents, look, it's for the good of your child. We keep a balance between good learning and not putting too much pressure on your child. Please follow us. Please have trust in us. And many parents have trusted us, and we have, I think, paid them back in a good way, where we've shown development. I myself can see many parents come and tell me, see, these are normal things that parents say, is that, look, his English has improved and he talks so much more. He used to never talk earlier. I mean, for preschools, these are the kind of reactions you get. And academically, of course, he knows this now. He never knew earlier. Now he's so interested to do this. Thanks to you, you have started, drawing and so on. Child looks after, immediately after class, he wants to draw, he wants to sketch, which is great. See, if these classes were not there, they would say, give me the phone, give me the laptop. There's nothing happening in that laptop or phone. He's watching YouTube and he's spoiling his. See, no child must be exposed to all this for long. Medically speaking, it is very, very bad. In fact, for a child below 10, doctors recommend that you not give a phone at all to a child. It harms their brains, harms their mind. Okay, it's medically proven. So if it weren't for these classes, that's what they would do. So I think we have an effective model where the children are engaged with a host of activities, and after school they're engaged in other videos we send where they can do art and craft, sketching, drawing, painting, craft work, making a face mask, making an envelope with a sheet of paper, all those kinds of things that we engage them in. So they're busy throughout the day. Evening, of course, they have their own work. But for a large part of the day, we have been successful in engaging them in this difficult time, and we have found a model for ourselves which is working. Yeah. So Vani, you can come in anytime you want. You have any other questions? Anybody else asking any other questions? I'll be happy to answer.
Yes, no more questions, sir.
Okay. So great. Whoever's in any way, if, by my talk, it's my whole objective was, if by what I say, I can share with other preschool owners and other parents who might be watching, if they can learn, if they can at least have taken something from me which has added some value in their lives, that's a big enough incentive to have come and spent my time here.
Yeah,
So, as a preschool owner, if someone having listened to me says, okay, I have renewed passion now, I'm going to modify and do this to make my classes successful, it's a great thing. I'll be really happy that, if in some way we can help another human being, someone else, there's someone else to
Yeah,
do
that's,
something is very good.
that's a wonderful session, sir. Actually, Mr. Sukesh had commented that you have given a valuable and good suggestions for preschool teachers as well as owners. So it's
Yeah,
really, yeah, you have motivated them, especially many preschool, owners lost their hopes. Actually, many schools are shut down in Bangalore and all over, the country.
everywhere.
So yeah, yeah. So you have given a valuable suggestion, and I hope a positive thinking towards
Yeah.
hoping for the best.
I just want to say one thing, Vanishri, to all those
Yeah.
people, because I know even we were in the same situation. I know what's happening there because schools are closed, no admissions happening, nothing happening. I just want to say one thing. See, for those owners who are just waiting for things to open up, I'll tell you one thing. Assuming even the government opens up schools next month, they're going to decide in August, I
Yeah.
heard last, right? Assuming they open up, how much business do you think you will get? You ask yourself, with the
Yeah.
pandemic around, do you think it's a realistic? You will get some parents will send, okay? Some parents, few parents will send. Majority will not send.
Yes.
Majority will not send. So don't expect that with the government opening up, if at all it happens, they open the schools next month, everything will be back to normal. It will not. I think you have to please understand that with this pandemic around, little kids will not come to school. Some will come, few will come. You will be left with few, of course, and it's
Yes.
a
Yes.
very dangerous way. I mean, in the sense that, see, with the growing numbers each day, you have huge number of coronavirus cases.
Yeah.
Business will not come back to normal even if schools open.
That's true.
So
That's true.
I would say, please concentrate on what is available. The virtual medium is the only medium. Build an effective virtual medium offering to the parents. Like I said, I did not repeat everything I said earlier. Build an effective model. You concentrate on that. Do not, uh, if it happens, if things get back to normal, that's great. We all are willing to go back to physical schooling again. But till the pandemic around, till a vaccine comes or a cure comes, things will never ever get back to normal. So I would
That's
say, please channel your energies towards building an effective
much.
virtual model so that you can survive, and your parents from last year who have been admitted, you can offer something to them and they will be on board, and you can survive. It will not be great business, but at least we need not close down. Okay, that is what I
Yes.
would suggest.
That's great, sir. That's a great advice and suggestion. And it was a great show. Thank you on behalf
Thank
of our founder, Dr. Sunita Ganima, and thank you
thank
by myself also. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. I just want to say thank
Yeah.
you to Dr. Sunita. Thank
Yeah.
you very much, Manishri, for inviting me.
Thank you. It's our
Very,
pleasure.
it's
Yeah.
I'm a very very lucky individual to be called, to be invited to talk on your show. Thanks a lot. It
Yes.
was great being here, and
Pleasure. Pleasure is ours.
parents, all owners and parents, as a human being, I would say, please have faith. I know it's a tough time for all of us. I'm not talking as a businessman. I'm saying it's a tough time for all of us. We all are scared that when we'll contract this virus.
Yeah.
Please have faith. I think humanity has always won. In spite of, if you look at the thousands of years we have existed, in the end we have always been victorious. So I think we'll be victorious here also. It's just a question of time. Please be safe. Please be inside your house, and please take the most safety measures so that you and your family can be totally safe and secure. Do not venture out unless absolutely necessary, and having faith in God, everything will come back to normal, hopefully in a few months time.
Yes. Yes. Let's hope for the best, sir.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic session, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for
Thank
being
you
here.
so much.
Thank
Thanks
you.
everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good luck. Thank you. Bye.